All right, here we are. Here we are. Welcome. If it was the fifth, the podcast. Yes, indeed. Sitting around.
Say it again. Say it again. Say it again.
If it was the fifth, I don't know where this. I don't know where it came from. I don't know who started. What's the origin? All I know is all around the world, all these different corners, duck off and dip off, you know what I'm saying? In alleyways, basements, all of that stuff, man. There's always somebody sitting around talking shit, talking about, man, if yada, 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 I've been a motherfucking man. If yada, 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 you know what I'm saying? Put them paws on them, you know what I'm saying? Everybody always talking about if, and all I know, man, from everything I've been taught, if was the fifth motherfucker, we all be drunk. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is.
I love it.
That's what it is, man. So let's go ahead and talk about it. There's a gang of things going down. Formal intro, I'll do my best because I don't know how formal this is going. This is the most formal this is going to get. Obviously, it's all downhill from here. We ain't heading nowhere but up, you know. Monty Fern in the building. How y'all doing, Monty Fern? And then also joining, participating, the real Miss Gianna Petty. Gianna, you wanna? Hey, you got any platforms you want to shout out or anything like that before we get started? And
you mean like how people can find me? You know, like that type of stuff.
What else you got going? You might have something else, another podcast or something.
Listen. This is yours truly, the real Gianna Petty, coming all the way from Level Up Podcast. Okay, you can find me on most social media platforms at the real Gianna Petty, and I'm just excited to be here. I'm looking forward to 2023. I'm looking forward to if was a fifth. Okay, so that's how I started off right now. We're gonna keep it. We're gonna dive into it real quick, and you know, we'll get into all of that, the rest throughout this. But yeah, I'm excited to be here.
I didn't want to really take shots at all. I mean, really?
Yeah. So wait, so clearly you just showed us what you were drinking. You just poured us some tequila, some Terramana. Is that what I saw?
I will sip vociferously. Yeah, that's my favorite. That's my favorite tequila, man. Hey, I don't know. I know the Rock drink the Reposado, the brown one. So whatever, you know. I don't even know how to set that up no more. But if you need a sponsor for the doggone
the Terramana,
for this one, for this one. Because he like the Reposado. I don't know what this one is called really for real, but the Blanco. I don't know why we're struggling with that so much. Yeah, that's with the Blanco. You know.
Well, I am sipping on. First of all, your new bartender at Black Cigar Lounge. So if you guys watch reality TV show, Black Cigar Lounge is owned by some of the cast on Love and Marriage Huntsville. But I'm sipping on some Tito's, ginger beer, and a little bit of that raspberry lemonade from I can't even think of the brand of it, but yes, that's what I'm sipping on. So if it was a fifth, would you say we'd all be drunk?
Man, but you know, just a little regular, you know what I'm saying? We ain't got the card game going, you know, we ain't got that going. We can still all the shit talk, right? So to kick it off strong, right? We'll go current event a little bit. Ain't gonna go too off the dome or too crazy right now. But current event, we just a couple days removed from the Super Bowl. I don't know what number it was, 57. I'm really not there with the Super Bowl 2023 is what I'm finna call it right now. It was the Chiefs versus the Eagles. I had the Eagles. I really thought. Man, I thought the game was over. Whatever, man. Chiefs came back. Shout out, to the victors. They did what they had to do to get that W. You know what I'm saying? That's how it go. But everybody was going crazy on the Rihanna thing. Let's get right to it. Everybody going crazy on the Rihanna thing. It's just like, sheesh, man.
Before we get into it, because we were watching the game. And we were like, yeah, it's Rihanna, blah, blah, blah. Let's talk about how well, you tell me, what did you expect? Like, did you expect anything different? Like, what were you looking forward to? Because you seem a little lit when Rihanna got out there.
First of all, I didn't have really any expectations. it was Rihanna. I'm like, yo, let me see what she gonna do. I'm not a Rihanna fan. I don't follow Rihanna. I can say visually, I can recall one, perhaps two videos, the same about two songs, not a Rihanna fan. So I was a little more open-minded than everybody else. I didn't have any really expectations upon, based upon the past or anything like that. And then like, I was lit. I'm lit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just living so strong these days, so strong. And so it didn't matter what it was gonna be for me. But the one thing I gravitate towards, as far as Rihanna goes, is more the thing for what she stands for, not necessarily her music, but like the bad girl, the rude girl type deal. And I don't take that in a negative connotation. I'm just like, yo, she stands up for who she is. She's authentic. She lets herself be an individual more than a lot of famous people allow themselves to be. She doesn't take herself too seriously. She's like, she stayed grounded, so to speak, kind of the same vibes we associate with Andre 3 Stacks, a little bit different spiritually perhaps, but just the fact that they ain't getting, all the way, I'm gonna say took away, because goddamn, that's what we all up here. She'll get all the way took away with all the superstardom and stuff. Legit billionaire, but
definitely seems humble about her life.
Yeah. And I like, I want to say in a trap, but she like the same vibe, like you'll find her in a basement party, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, I would say like her as an image or whatever, however you want to look at it, she's been very consistent. She ain't like switched it up or, changed up who she is or whatever. Like, yeah, she's always seemed to be a down-to-earth person. So yeah. I was excited. So, first of all, real quick. I don't really care about the Super Bowl like that. They ain't paying my bills. I'm just saying. However, I was like, okay, if I'm gonna watch the Super Bowl, I definitely look forward to the halftime show. And I was like, hey, Rihanna on there. All right, but I did have no expectations either. And just to jump into it, like, if I was Rihanna, I probably would have done the same thing, especially, given the circumstances. I will say, though, I did not know that she was with child. And the first thing, I guess, like maybe as an instinct of being a mother myself, the first thing I thought was like, no, ain't no way she came out here with this outfit on. Look at her dancers and how they dress. Like, she got to be pregnant in this joke. And then I was like, hold on, let's go look online and see what everybody's saying. And my entire timeline was like, sis must be pregnant. Sis must be, like she ain't giving it to us. Even though I do think her performance was dope, like even if she just stood there the entire time, like her music speaks for it all. Like, like it ain't like just she's that type of artist where, she don't carry everything as a entertainer. Like, she got it. So for those who hating on her, like whatever, just she did her thing either way. Like, it was what it was. I feel like this is good timing though. Like,
oh, and just gonna hit one time.
Pull it up. Hey, okay, go ahead.
So yeah, it was crazy. Like I said, I really didn't have any expectations of it. So like when she come on, like it was still such a talking point. And for the Super Bowl, that's all I needed was the party. You know what I'm saying? Like she was so electric still. And there's so much into it, but I was just thinking, my mindset, like I'm at the point in life where I really don't even cheer for my hometown teams that I grew up fans of, and get it out there in Chicago. So, grew up through the Bulls dynasty championship era with Jordan. Came into football, right as the Bears won that Super Bowl shuffle. Everybody was larger than life. Walter Payton, not arguably, hands down one of the top 5 running backs ever. Arguably one of the greatest ever to do it. We have William Refrigerator Perry, just all type of superstars. So bigger than life images. That's what I grew up on. Even baseball, we go back to Greg Maddux, Andre Dawson, Ryan Sandberg. These are like legends of the game. Bring it up to Sammy Sosa. Like I grew up in this arena of just huge mega stars, sports stars. So a fan of all the sports teams. But fast forward to my current day life, more advanced goals, much more important to me than someone else's goals. So to sit down now to watch a basketball game, 2.5 hours, right? The lulls of the game, the ups and downs, all that. Get disappointed in the outcome thing, like that's a lot to go through when none of that has anything to do with me, right? My goals, my bills, ain't none of that really got anything to do with me. So even with some of my longtime passions, I push that to the side, like, yo, like, yeah, I catch it, the highlights, the box scores, you know, I'm still in tune. Somehow I know what's going on in the NBA. That's what I got passion for, NBA. But yo, it's just so much time, energy, and effort put forth towards that when I got stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? So again, Rihanna, I'm not even
realize how much energy it takes to be into that stuff. We ain't gonna get into it,
but briefly, because Bear Aspirin on they work in their game, they advertising, they gonna go ahead and try and hit you where it hurt. Aspirin didn't even mean to do that. But they got a commercial talking about how, you know, cheering for your home team, watching your home team, like can lead to heart attacks. And they're the heart attack aspirin. Like it's really not even a game.
Oh, really random. But like when I was in college, I dated this guy and he was a huge Atlanta Braves fan. And one day Atlanta Braves lost, bro. This nigga was in the floor. Like, if I'm not mistaken, he might have cried. And I was like, bro, like, I cannot deal with you. Like, this might be the end of our relationship. Because if that shit is that serious to you and they ain't paying your bills, they ain't put no gas in your car, I cannot. Like, I'm done.
Shout out to Destiny's Child. Like, you paying my bills. We got to get all this shit looped up, man. But yeah, okay. So Rihanna, not a fan, ain't got no impact on my life. I'm here for the show. I'm already lit. You know what I'm saying? I'm making my Super Bowl moment on my own. You know what I'm saying? I decided to take time out of my day. I'm not going to leave it up to what comes on the TV to determine now whether I'm having a good time. Nah, it's Super Bowl. I'm in Super Bowl mode. I'm lit. It don't matter what go down. So fast forward, everybody's, you know, reactions to that. And my initial thought is like, yo, man. Okay, so say that she had put on that all-time performance that you all wanted to see and things of that nature, man. Come Monday morning, how's that impacted your life? And that's really what I was thinking. Now, I want to play devil's advocate as well, because we have witnessed performances, and that's pretty much why people tune in for the most part. We have witnessed performances that were groundbreaking and may have been inspiring in some moments, right? But if we're being honest, you know, that ain't necessarily what everybody was complaining about, but maybe they were. I don't know. So it was just like, you know, one of those things like, yo, what if she had? And now that she hasn't, you know, how's that unpack? And yeah, so I was just on that tune because I was just enjoying the moment. And I swear to God,
at the end of the day, how did this impact your life? Like, how would that have made a difference? Have Rihanna got out there and did more than the twist and the twirl?
Hey, twist and the twirl. I swear, my favorite moment. My favorite moment when she hit with the hand twerk. Yo, she got a hand twerk. She just put the hand back there. I'm with that, man. I'm with that.
I mean, like, come on, like, it really, literally wouldn't have made a difference. Like, it probably wouldn't have made a difference in your confidence going into work the next week. Like, none of that. So, whatever.
Hey, you ain't got that. You ain't got that shirt near you, do you? You said you ain't got that shirt near you. I'm trying to think what I got. So I'm finna make a move real quick because, like, I probably didn't have to do this much, but I'm doing it.
Uh-oh.
Big, but like,
uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? This ain't even like a real, this ain't a real floss. This ain't, I mean, you know, humble flex, you know what I'm saying? You know, but just something minor, like, you know, So Fern, my last name, I did, workout podcast, Fern Dome, all that stuff. But, got the logo and all that stuff my cousin did. But just Dome, man. Dome and, of course, connotation, all that. But really, do me is really what I'm all about, man. The spirit. You gotta be so confident in yourself that you can actually go out there and do and execute the things that you're passionate about in life. You really got to do the math for yourself. Make sure that math is mathing. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some folks out here that are trying to come and core your situation. You know what I'm saying? And we don't know what that is still. That got I don't know. So yeah.
So you said do me real quick. I just want to maybe highlight that I wrote a book, and part of my book talks about getting paid to be yourself and who you are. Like it kind of just goes hand in hand, in my opinion. Just do you, be who you are, be authentic. Like everybody else out there already got their job, they doing what they doing. There's nobody else like you. You are uniquely made. What's that quote you said that's on your when you walk out of the door or whatever, what'd you say it was? Like God didn't make no mistakes, or he don't make dirt, or something like that.
I know I'm somebody who God don't make no junk.
God don't make no junk. Yep. And even if you think so, one man's trash is another man's treasure.
Yeah.
So it's all about how you're looking at it.
Yeah, man. So that was crazy. It was so much, but look, I love it. Then she still, even with everybody saying she still was low key the star of the weekend. It's still talking about in the memes. Oh my God, the memes. Everybody. Thank you all so much for the memes. I swear to God, the one with the public. I ain't pulling out the driveway. I like to die, G-Ball.
Oh, girl, what you think about Rihanna?
She worth $1 billion. I ain't pulling out either. I ain't pulling out the driveway.
Hey, that was
shoot the club up, come go shoot the whole club.
She did her job, and at the end of the day, if nobody thinks nothing else about Rihanna being the GOAT, Rihanna is the GOAT in marketing. And people sleep on fucking marketing when it comes to business. The people gonna go buy that makeup. She even has Super Bowl retail products, like whatever. She can come out with a whole baby product now. People gonna buy it just because.
Hey, 100%. No matter what you said about her performance, 100%. She understood the assignment. You know what I'm saying? Just real brief. I ain't trying to go too deep on that. It's not even a secret. It's not even hidden or veiled. Like the artists themselves don't really get paid for the Super Bowl. They do that performance, and it's up for them to recoup, whatever income streams of revenue they can off all of that exposure. So she understood the assignment, at the very least. Bottom line, go Riri. But look, okay. So I'm gonna flip right to another one right off of that one, right? You know what I'm saying? Definitely go ahead, all that. But I really am sipping on tequila. That's crazy. Because
we're not gonna talk about what time it is.
Hey, no, let's get into it. Because real talk is real talk. Like we got goals, we're determined to do what we're gonna do, and like this, that, or the other. But on some boss up type stuff, you know what I'm saying? We make our own schedules. We determine how our day is gonna go. And it just so happened that the latter part of the day would have been a little bit more challenging to get this recording done. And it is right now trying to creep up on 1:00 p.m. Central Standard Time. So yeah, lit midday.
5 o'clock somewhere.
Midday. And
that is a serious excuse forever in life. It's 5 o'clock.
Mindset and goals. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, and we might be there the next time. So whatever, folks. God damn it. If it was a fifth, then y'all understand that only real shit matters these days. But look, when we talk about her performance, I said, now, man, hit it. So once again, hey, y'all, it ain't even 1:00. We in a piece. So anyway, I hinted on the inspiring performances, things of that nature, because, maybe they're, little child looking a bit for inspired, blah, 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 boom, boom, past that. All right. Live performances. Top artists. Give me 3 of them. Who you trying to go check out? Or just give me 3 overall, whether it's who you want to go check out or who you've seen. And it was just like, out of here.
Okay. Performances. Okay, I ain't gonna say, I'm not gonna say that I'm a little weird, but my all-time favorite group, and I would say I'm not weird, but I'm like old school. So for years I had been wanting to see Earth, Wind and Fire perform, and I saw them this past year, and it was really amazing. Like, I had the most fun. It was the show was dope. The performance was dope. Like, you couldn't tell that they were like older guys, blah, blah, blah. Like, everything, the lights and everything, the movement, all that shit was dope. Like, Earth, Wind and Fire is gonna be here forever, right? But I would say, and again, like you said, performances. So I'm thinking a little on the lines of like the entire show, because you have some artists who like they really don't do a lot when it comes to being on stage, but their music is what it is. And I'm a Rick Ross fan, so I've seen Rick Ross once or twice. And I was
ain't no backflips at the Rick Ross conference.
I mean, nah, but but the last Rick Ross show I went to, it was pretty funny in my opinion. So it was like a college, it was I want to say it was like a homecoming performance. So it was Rick Ross and Lil Baby. So of course, most of the younger kids, the younger people were there for Lil Baby. I had no clue who Lil Baby was. This was like 3-4 years ago. But once I was introduced to him, I did start liking Lil Baby. However, Rick Ross, I was there for Rick Ross. I was literally the only person in the crowd screaming, "I built it from the ground up. You bought it renovated." And everybody else was probably looking at me like I was crazy. But I like Rick Ross. And who else have I seen perform? Let's see. We definitely did have a conversation about this last night. I've seen Snoop Dogg, I've seen Lloyd, I've seen sheesh. What did I say last night? Juvenile? I like Juvenile because I mean his songs are classics. So like that's always gonna be a hit. But who would I like to see? Kendrick Lamar. I think who else did I say? Bruno Mars. I think he would have a good show. Just like entire concert wise performance. I think that'd be dope. Then I was just put onto a dude, and this might not necessarily be performance like, but maybe a show. Robert Glasper. I don't know if you're familiar with Robert Glasper. So supposedly Chris Brown got a lot of heat because what was the last award show? The Grammys, right? So Chris Brown got some heat because Robert Glasper got some awards.
Oh.
He didn't know who Robert Glasper was. So they was like, what? Like, he was a little upset, I guess, because he didn't get the award. But Robert Glasper is like a really hidden gem. So I would like to go hear one of his shows too. But yeah, more will come to me over time, I'm sure, as I continue to think. I love concerts though, like concerts and what they call them, festivals. Like I'm all about that. Yeah, like take me to a reggae I went to a Bob Marley festival one weekend. That shit was crazy dope. On top of that, Lauryn Hill was there. Like I was telling you, I've seen he has nothing to do with reggae, but the boxer guy. Listen to how important he is to me. Not at all.
Money Mayweather
was there with his like 50,000 million people security, but anyway, it was a cool experience. But you tell me. Oh, I think we talked about Underground too. Who did I say? And you were like, yeah.
Yo, this is so crazy.
What is the name? I'm referring to like one song.
No. Ask that question. What you just asked, real short. You said, what is the name?
Yeah, what's the name?
Quick is the name.
DJ Quick. Yes.
Quick is the name.
Exactly.
Quick is the name. So look, I don't know if you caught all the side eye action I had going, right? Because you hit the Rick Ross. I built it from the ground up. Y'all renovated. And I'm sorry, I wish I could shut this thing down sometimes, but I just pew.
What you got to
say? Shakira broke up with her boyfriend. She had the people come through, lift the entire house, and take it away.
Hey, okay, hold on, because I was thinking like, oh, that's
you're not gonna have me decorating another crib. You know what I'm saying?
That's really boss right there. Like,
yo,
what?
I'm not gonna I decorate. This is exactly how I want it. Okay, you ain't appreciate it. That's cool. We just go the whole thing up out of there, man. Oh, I love life so much. Oh, woo! I love that. All right. I don't even know who I got as far as performers who I want to see. I think La Russell is on the map for me, and I think that's how he says his name. I'll probably start.
Hold on. Let's say it again right quick, because we're going to tag him in this, and we want him to see this. We want him to know that we show him love. La Russell, L.A. Russell, however you say it. But we here, though, bro. We here.
Yeah, we're here for that, man. It's a movement. It's a whole movement, man. And that's, with those movements, man, it's a whole nother type of energy. And look, man, like soul music. I know growing up, soul music probably would have referred to a different genre, but you know, rap is what it is. It's so huge, and there are different sub genres within rap music overall. Because there's gangster rap, there's drill rap. You know, the mumble rap had its era, whatever it may be. And I'm just calling it soul music because, you know, so often when the rappers, you know, hit the heights of popularity where they're really mainstream, then they talk a lot about themselves and their lives and maybe their struggles or where their voices or where they're going to. But this guy, La Russell, is really always speaking to, you know, his audience members. And that's really what I enjoy. It's not like he's coming on there just to perform. He's coming on there to interact. And I think it's a whole nother level. I think he's genuine. I think he's authentic. Also, you know, I also think he's still going through it. But in telling his story and his truths, you know, talks about his struggles and what he, you know, encompasses as a growing artist. Some of the things that may have caught him off guard, you know, different expectations that weren't met, and how he had to respond creatively and courageously. And one story, I mean, I'll tell you what, if we get him ever to tell this story, it don't matter if it's 5, 10 years from now, it's like a dope story. And I don't want to go too much into it, but long story, he had a big label he was supposed to sign with. The label sent him a contract. They found like a glaring mistake, miscalculation in the contract. And he was like, yo, I need the head dude on the line now. And he's like a small independent. You can't, man, get the head dude on the line now. And he was like, yo, it's two things here. Either you knew about this and this is how y'all get down and say no go. I can't go with that, which is courageous as heck on his end. Or you didn't know about this and you got this magnitude of mistakes going to your organization, still can't get down. Like, and that was just a big thing because you got to have that so many times. Yeah, so many times in the music entertainment industry, we hear about people taking them contracts and they just straight L's. That first contract is selling your soul. You ain't keeping, recouping. And shout out to him, you know, and then, you know, also being sound enough as a businessman to review the contract.
Bro, okay, so I wasn't sure we were gonna get into that, but like, it's so many people who don't look at the contract. And I always love to use Megan Thee Stallion early on in her career. She's like, oh, I didn't know my contract was like this. Like, well, who? So you didn't have an attorney, or your attorney was new, like they just passed the bar, or you was just so excited that you
at
didn't
the
care.
Bar,
like,
you know, we got that one.
At the bar, exactly, like what was going on, but you had not understood what the contract was about. But at the end of the day, like most people really don't understand the law, and they just They sleep on it and they move based on thinking that their lives are gonna change with these contracts. But yeah.
And they be faking it. Let me throw that one out there. Hey, yo, quit fake reading contracts. It's not gonna do you any good. People swear to God they be reading the contract, don't know what they talking about. Look, you got that 8th grade.
Bro, if you can't read, it's okay. But you need an expert to read that shit for you.
I'm gonna get out of control time to time.
Hey, if you need an expert to read a contract, Fern got you for real. Like, just holler at your boy.
I mean, we out here, cuz. Man, that's crazy because it felt like 10 minutes. So definitely Russ was one of those. I'm gonna shout out because you said Rick Ross, he ain't do nothing, no backflips. And you know, I remember my sister, we decided to go see a Jay-Z concert. This probably like 2003. So, you know, rock was strong right around then. And she was like, all right, just let you know, all he gonna do is stand in this one spot and he's gonna be super. Hey yo, Jay-Z on the whole New York vibe, hip-hop vibe, he's a true MC. He is. And so it ain't about running around and being the most energetic, but he controls the energy. And that's a big deal. Master of ceremonies. Jay-Z is definitely that. If you go to a Jay-Z performance, I'll say the least, production is what I really want to say. Just be certain that, you know, he's crossed his T's and dotted his I's.
Man, brother got it together at this point. He's got
it. Yeah. So that was 2. If I could think of a third that's just like, because I'm an energy wild out type of dude. There have been so many dope people I've seen, but definitely Red and Meth. They up there in age. I don't know who the younger version of Red and Meth would be. I like the NLE Chopper dude right now. You know what I'm saying? I definitely like Lil Baby, his energy. I never really got to see Wayne in concert. That's a whole nother thing because I know Wayne come with that energy. And, you know, he definitely know how to control the crowd. But, and Busta Rhymes, I'm just shouting out all of them. Twister, you know, I'm shouting out all of them. I'm still shouting out Kanye to this day.
I would love to see Kanye. Yeah.
2 Chainz. I want like it's so many to shout out, but Red and Meth still would be my favorite just because like it's so authentic. They got the energy for real, and Meth is real deal. And I said Meth. Red is the one who's just over the top. He's clownish. I mean, if you don't know the spirit of Red, man, nothing embodies it more than that MTV Cribs that he did.
I thought about that. Like when you get the real, true, authentic at best.
This man,
like, I'm not about to be out here lying to y'all for real.
I'm not gonna say he was in a studio apartment because I think that's too much, but it was a 1-bedroom max. You know what I'm saying? Apartment, everything is every way. And he got Buddy sleep on the couch in the MTV Cribs.
I totally missed that. I totally missed that. But no, like, it was like so real. And that's what it's all about. Like I could say maybe he was like the person that paved the way for like being transparent about shit. Cause like that's what people like nowadays, especially on social media. Like people just want to see the true you. Like we tired of seeing the fake shit that's uncomparable, you know, like, you know, when it comes to marketing, that's a different situation, but being real about it. And there's so many people that have been exposed where they really didn't even live in those cribs. It was just for a show, you know? So
yeah. Like how wild is that? Like why were we doing this?
Yeah. People's expectations of people's lives though is what is crazy. And we can get into like idolism and how, again, we talked about how people like go about these celebrities and stuff, but like just because you think somebody's lifestyle is the way it is, or just because they have a certain type of money, you will never know. Some people do live and still have all the money in the world, but he don't care about certain things like this. So he just
like, this ice cube is really this size. It's a large ice cube. Why do I gotta, you know what I'm saying? Fronting on the ice cube, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why.
if fifth was a fifth.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
But yeah, I mean, some people don't have to have all of that extravagant stuff. Some people have it and still like whatever, it just might be for this or that. But you know, life can be simple and you still can have good money and have a good life, good quality life.
Yeah.
With your buddy sleeping on the couch.
Yeah. And having a simple life don't mean that you know what I'm saying? You really can just have things respect or value other things.
Right.
You ain't got to value the same thing as everybody else. And I know I'm finna shout out one of your homegirls and you take wherever you want to after this. If you got something else you want to talk about, another topic, go ahead and flow with it. But, you know, we had just come across the B. Simone, you know, snippet where she was talking about she, in her journey to being a millionaire, she had sold a car. So whatever car she had, she sold it. And not having a car, she got to the top, right? So obviously she didn't need a car. When she got to the top, she was about to purchase a $300,000 vehicle because she felt she made it to the top. She should buy it, but she made without. She absolutely 100% did not need it. And then she got to break it down because she was so happy that she did make the purchase. She got to break it down how silly it would have been because number one, it was like you know, at the point of the pandemic, so she wasn't really going anywhere. Number two, she don't cook, so she don't grocery shop. She ain't never loading up a bunch of groceries. She just, you know, order food in. And then, you know, again, she's a celebrity on whatever front level you expect that to be. But half the time, she's not even in town. She's flying somewhere else. And, you know, the car would have been in the garage the whole time. But it's so many people making those purchases, doing this. I mean, even the big homes, people buying big homes, and then they get murdered on the property taxes. You know what I'm saying?
God.
Like, you know, so all that stuff, man. So,
I thought you were going to go somewhere else with that because it is a couple people who got literally murdered whether they bought a house. But yeah, anyway. We're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there. But yeah, it just don't make sense. Like you gotta think about like, does this make sense, or is this a business move, or is this something I want to do based on how I feel, based on other people on social media or other people's expectations, or you know, like, and then
all of that.
My guy 500, him 500. I gotta send you his page if you don't already follow him. He just posted a video the other day that was like, when I think about moves and decisions that I make, I think about if it's gonna benefit me, not in one, not in two, not in three, but in 4 different ways, right? So B. Simone was just smart about that shit. Like,
yeah,
what do I need to do that for?
Shout out B. Simone.
Yeah, smart moves, really smart moves. Okay, so yeah, you had put out there, how do you deal with a situation throughout the day? What do you do to bounce back? Yeah. So you put a couple options. Do you drink? Do you listen to music? What is this, friend? What did you say?
Yeah, friend, you know, hit up a friend. Like if you go through something, you know, your emotions got took this way or that way for, you know, and I'm talking about, and then, you know, different scenarios. It could be a work situation. It could have been some, you know, with a significant other. It could have been a financial situation. You could have had one of your goals that you didn't hit or something like that. And then I guess we can go over the top with something crazy positive. Like when you have those emotional swings, if something hits you unexpectedly and it swings your emotions one way or another, what do you use to kind of bring you back or get you grounded, get you back on course so that you don't get too distracted by the noise?
I have a couple of different things. It just depends on the scenario for me and what's going on. Right. Music is always a go-to for me. You know, I'm all about energy, affirmations. If I got a stick that I can hit real quick with a little THC, and that might be my solution. I literally had to get a tattoo to remind myself to take deep breaths. So taking deep breaths is like the most simple thing you can ever do in life that makes major impacts. Sometimes, I mean, you know, the list can go on because sometimes there is a drink, and especially like sometimes for me, it's a situation where I'm like, okay, today was long. And then my peoples will call me and be like, what you doing? What you about to do? Like, I had a long day. I need a drink. Oh, bet. Me too. Let's go, you know. But if I had to choose one, I want to say meditation, but I'm not disciplined enough to say meditation because I don't like go right into it. But meditation is really a huge one. I would have to say music. Music can get me right. It can shift my energy real quick.
Yeah. That's dope. I agree, man. The only reason I wouldn't put music like at the top for me is because over the past
working out, got a feeling you would say workout.
Well, I ain't gonna say I'm really at that level right now on a workout, so I'm a little kid ashamed just a tad bit. But so the answer for me would be really just to get in tune with my goals. Sometimes I use my affirmations for that, and I say it because if I'm low, it'll make sure I'm on the path. If I'm high, it'll make sure I'm on the path. Because sometimes I'll get high and giddy, and then be a little loosey-goosey with some things I should be more disciplined about. As far as disappointments, it'll keep me from getting too low. It'll help me to see more clearly. So definitely just really getting in tune with my goals. The end goal is big for me. Dealing with, finances, emotional situations. Like I got an emotional situation I've been dealing with for a week, and it's just like, I take it in because I feel like I should be doing that. But then I'm like, man, I kind of shut that off, take a deep breath, realize where that is, on a totem pole of priorities in respect to where I need to go in life, what I need to do to get there, the trajectory that I like to be on.
Right.
So definitely go. The reason music is not there for me right now is because I don't really control my catalog anymore the way I used to.
Well, that makes a difference. I control my catalog for sure.
Yeah, so I just, I can go to different stations. Like I got the satellite radio, so I can go to different stations, but I don't have a playlist, and that's huge. Back in the day, I had a playlist. So back in the day for your boy. You know what I'm saying? Like really the CDs, you know what I'm saying? You had got all 10 CDs, or you might have made a disc. You know what I'm saying? So then like it would definitely been easier. And just to throw on one of the Jay-Z albums, or like we used to be so crazy with No Limit, man. I mean, just get your energy right. Like I was just other day, make them say came on and like, yo, man, like through the roof, I'm easy. And yo, man, I want to say this right now because I don't really know how this happened, but somehow out of the whole No Limit crew, Silk the Shocker has become like the clown of the crew. Like that was my guy. I'll ride with Silk the Shocker, man. Yo, that was my guy, man. Everybody think he like the clown rapper. That was my guy. Shout out Silk the Shocker, man. Gave us a lot of classic hits back in the day, man. Yeah. So yeah, that's the goals in the music for me.
I like it. I mean, at the end of the day, you definitely got to be like, all right, what's the main focus here? Don't get distracted. Don't get out of line. Sometimes it still happens, but you got to stay on that path of like being laser focused. Right. We always gonna get those tests and tribulations. What am I saying? Trials.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
But yeah, so
I see you loud and clear. Yep.
You here with me.
Yep. Yeah, I don't even know what else I was gonna say after that. But yeah, man. So look, obviously we can keep going with this all day, except we can't really live this type of lifestyle all day. You know what I'm saying? So let's just say this, man. It's been one. It's been fun. Thanks for joining us on this journey, y'all. If it was the 5th, we all be drunk. And sometimes it be that way. It be that way sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Outside on all. What you wait. Go ahead.
Wait, I'm excited because we're going to get deeper into this if it was a 5th day for sure.
Yeah.
But you got, if it was a 5th, you drink, are you handling your liquor? Like, so we got to talk about that.
You want that one right now? You want to go overtime?
I need you to expound on
overtime?
Just 2 minutes.
You want to go overtime? Because look, that does play into the overall theme of it, right?
Exactly.
Like I said, man, you know, and I don't know when I said it, but like I said, and if you don't know when I said it, and God dog, gonna do your research, man. But a lot of talkity talk. It was Phil. Let me see exactly what you talking.
Are you handling it? Look, that's what stood out to me. So I'm trying to figure out where to go with this, because
what that means. Again, if we rewind to the top, we got all these people talking about if I was this, if this or that happened, I would have been that. If this or that had happened, it'd be this way, right? So are you hanging on to all of those ifs? Or are you carrying on with your life and getting it done? So if was a fifth, are you handling your liquor or you out here wasted? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, is you handling your business or you drunk on a dummy?
There we go. All right. I like
it. All right, so now I feel about 10, 17 feet tall. We got to cut it now. Don't we? We got to cut it now. I don't know what else to say.
It was a